Welcome Deep Gong aboard. Your learning journey starts now. Ever heard the phrase ultimate secret of the universe? Sounds like a blockbuster movie, right? But what if it's not one secret, but a whole stack of them? We're talking about 6 deep questions layered on top of each other. And today, we're cracking open that puzzle using a framework called RCC, Relations, Constraints, Closure Generation. Forget chasing one big answer. Let's see how things connect and stabilize. So what are these 6 layers of mystery? First up, physical ontology. What's the universe fundamentally made of? Quantum field theory and general relativity are rock stars in their own domains, but they haven't quite shaken hands yet. Big mistake here is thinking some fancy math equation is the final entity itself. Second layer, laws and constants. Why these specific rules and numbers? Still a cosmic TBD. Don't get fooled by just calculating something. That doesn't mean you've explained it. Third, time and entropy. Why does time flow forward? Thermodynamics gives us clues, like irreversible processes, but the low entropy starting point. Still a head scratcher, and definitely don't write entropy increase as the universe's grand plan. Moving on, layer 4, life. How did we go from inert matter to self-sustaining, evolving systems? Evolution explains the how afterwards, but the initial spark still shrouded. Remember, just being complex isn't life. Layer 5, consciousness. This is the tricky one. Why do certain physical processes come with subjective experience? We have theories about function, but the hard problem of why it feels like something remains. Don't confuse clever behavior or self-reports with actual conscious experience. Finally, layer 6, value and purpose. Where do values originate? Do we have a cosmic mission? Well, individuals and societies create intentions and values locally, but there's no evidence for a universal purpose built into the cosmos. Resist the urge to project human desires onto the universe's grand design. Now, how do we talk about truth when tackling these giants? Think of it like a staircase. At the bottom, S4 stable facts, things like Planck units, quantum entanglement, black hole thermodynamics. These are solid ground, backed by robust evidence. Step up to S3 structural judgments. Observations like recurring patterns across scales, or the fact that our experience of time relies on records. Good, but still room for theory. Then S2 testable bridges, concepts like DIWP metric, semantic energy cost, things we can try to measure and refine. Next, S1 ultimate guesses, big ideas like the universe being fundamentally about close relations or consciousness as cosmic self-awareness. These are hypotheses, exciting but need rigorous testing. And finally, S0 blocked claims, jumping to conclusions like equating Planck length with minimum consciousness or mixing levels like saying h-bar is the quantum of experience. That's just bad science. Here's a crucial point, there's no God's eye view. All our knowledge comes from inside the universe through our bodies, instruments, math, language. Relativity tells us perspective matters. Quantum mechanics shows measurement setups are part of the prediction. Even Gödel and Turing remind us that simple systems can have inherent limits to what they can prove or predict about themselves. So the Mesh 4.0 approach is smart. It separates what we know for sure, the anchors, from noise, conflicts, and the unavoidable gaps, residuals. The big takeaway, just because there might be a unified theory out there, doesn't mean we can ever fully grasp or predict everything from within our limited viewpoint. Humility is key. So what's the game plan? Our RCC framework proposes that the observable world fundamentally requires differences forming relations under constraints, which then close into stable structures. Higher layers like records, life, and consciousness add history, self-models, and norms on top of this. The real test isn't just having a cool idea, it's whether this framework can lead to concrete, testable experiments in the middle ground. It's not a magic bullet solving all 12 mysteries at once. Instead, it's a structured way to explore. The real prize, keeping that relentless curiosity alive.